So what makes Pinterest advertising so unique and so advantageous? Well, there are many reasons, but I just want to cover four really important points about what makes Pinterest advertising different from other advertising platforms. And number one is inexpensive or relatively inexpensive. Why? Anytime there's a newer advertising platform, which Pinterest is, compared to how long Facebook ads and Instagram ads have been around, for how long Google advertising and YouTube ads have been around, the longer a platform is around, right, the more and more people know about it, the more and more advertisers use the platform, and generally the more expensive that platform becomes because demand increases, and when demand increases, generally price also increases. Well, even today, Pinterest advertising is still a relatively new platform. It's not brand new completely, which is actually great in a lot of ways, but it still is fairly new. There aren't a ton of advertisers using the platform yet, which means that a lot of your cost per clicks and ultimately your result can be very inexpensive and very, very profitable on Pinterest compared to other platforms, which is really exciting. I'm excited to kind of share that with you. Number two, compound results. Ali already kind of talked about this earlier on, but what's really interesting about Pinterest advertising specifically is essentially, and we'll go into detail actually in the next video about this and how this works, but you create a pin on Pinterest and you can essentially quote unquote boost that pin. You can pay Pinterest to show that pin to more of its users and very specific users who are likely interested in whatever you're advertising. And what happens is, obviously a percentage of people will ultimately click on this pin and ultimately reach the destination that you want to send them. But also a percentage of people who click on this pin will also save this pin, or maybe they don't click, they just save this to their own board, which is really great because what happens is the longer you advertise on Pinterest, the more saves you'll likely get on the pins that you're advertising. And guess what? If you ever turn off that advertising, you're still going to get compound results and organic results because your pin has been saved to multiple boards. So all those places and all of those boards that your pin has been saved is going to get organic search results. Even if it's not a lot, it could be a little bit to quite a significant amount. And that's another really fantastic aspect about Pinterest advertising is that you can run campaigns, turn off those campaigns, and then still get organic results, which is really awesome. I love Pinterest for a lot of reasons. This is one of those reasons. Number three is buying intent. Pinterest, as a social media platform, has a higher percentage of users who use the platform specifically with buying intent compared to any other social media platform. It's significantly more than Facebook, more than Google, than YouTube, in terms of the percentage of users who use the platform specifically to buy, which is really incredible. And ultimately, right, if we're ultimately trying to get sales, which I think most of us are, then this is a fantastic platform for you and really unique in that regard. And then number four, again, this is four of many, is detailed targeting. So if you have any familiarity with Facebook ads or Google ads, and even if you don't, that's totally fine. But for those of you who do, you know that with Facebook ads, you can target very specific interests, demographic information, etc. And with Google ads, you can target specific keywords. Where with Pinterest, you can actually do both. You can target both specific keywords, which we'll talk about in depth, as well as specific interests. Okay, so you can actually target both keywords and interests. Again, it's kind of this mesh of a social media platform and a search engine, which makes for a really interesting and really effective advertising platform. And again, this may seem a little bit overwhelming, but just kind of want to lay the groundwork for why Pinterest advertising is so unique in case you are newer to the platform. I'm very excited to dive in and share some of my secrets with you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the next video.